Guys, how's it going? Carl here from North Coast Constrictors, and welcome back to the channel. I had a request from one of my subscribers to do a video on the clown gene, and he sent me a message and asked if I could put something together. So, when I texted him back, I asked him, I said, what is it that you really want to know about clowns? Help me out a little bit with some questions, and maybe I'll try and put some content together. And he's a new breeder, and he wants to get involved in the clown project, and he's got some clowns and head clowns, and he wanted to know, what are the good combinations, what are the good morphs, what to pair with what, etc., etc. Lighter genes, darker genes, what's the best combinations that's going to work with clowns. Now, herein lies the issue, because it completely depends on what type of look you like in a snake. There are guys, for example, I'm just going to use the pied gene. There are guys that love the pied gene. It's an incredibly popular gene, okay? The morph, the gene. And there's guys that don't like the pied gene, okay? There's, so it actually, when you want to talk about a combination with clown and something else, and what suits you, what kind of snakes, what kind of pattern do you like? Dark snakes? Do you like light snakes? Do you like snakes with a heavy pattern? Do you, because you can put snakes together, like even clown pied. I've seen some amazing clown pieds, but I've also seen clown pied where the bulk of the snake is white, especially spider clown pied. Okay, so what I did, so this is not a video telling you these are the best combinations, okay? What's visually appealing to you, and this video is specifically about clown and pairing clowns with different genes. So I thought I'll just make a video. I'll do some research. I'll go through Morph Market. I'll go look internationally and Google. And I've got clowns in my collection. I'm breeding clowns. I'm doing multiple gene clowns, the bulk of which will only be at the stage that I need them to be in 2024. Multi-gene clowns with various different combinations, other recessive combinations, and incomplete dominant and dominant genes in them. Okay, but we're not going to talk about my collection. What I did is I went on and I went and looked at a whole bunch of clown combination. Went on to Morph Market, and I just went on to the for sale section, and I obviously clicked on the USA market because they've just got the widest, most extensive collection of ball pythons for sale that are readily available, that you can see. I can't obviously mention names. What I'm going to do is, obviously, when I edit this video, while I'm looking at the picture here, I'm going to tell you what it is. Hopefully it pops up on the screen somewhere. I'm still learning how to use this camera, this app that I've downloaded, where while I'm talking, a picture can pop up, or an emoji, or writing. I've learned how to do the writing part. You've seen that in previous videos. But I'm talking about a snake here, and then I'm hoping that a picture is going to crop up. Okay? If it doesn't, it means I haven't worked it out. Okay? So I went on to Morph Market, and I scrolled through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures of different clowns, morphs mixed with other genes. And I chose, I don't know how many I chose, I didn't count, but what was the most visually appealing to me that I would breed in my collection, okay? There were lots that I looked at and I was like, nope, I won't breed those. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the way the colors come out. And then there were some that just were like, wow, I have to make that clown. And I've only been doing this for 18 months, going on 18 months now. And I know about all the different genes and whatever. But even still, I've researched and I've gone on to Morph Market and I've looked, but I mostly look at the South African market to see what's for sale, because I live in South Africa. So if I want to buy a snake, when I buy higher end snake, your recessives, I'm going to look at a South African breeder. I am going to be importing snakes from top quality breeders next year. I'm not there yet, but next year I will be bringing in a few snakes from some top breeders from America. So what I did is I just went to see what was available on Morph Market, and I chose a whole bunch of snakes and in no particular order. Ones that stuck out for me that was like, wow, I would love to have that in my project. So in no particular order. Okay, the subscriber that asked me to do this video, shout out to you. Your name is Luke. You know who you are. Met you the other day when we picked up a couple of our ball pythons from a delivery from the snake courier. We picked up some of our new snakes. I met you for the first time, and a fellow South African breeder, aspiring breeder. This is a YouTube video. Shout out to Luke. This is for him. This is a request by him. Okay, so Luke asked me, what would I do in the clown? Where do I go? What should I go? And obviously, Luke, this is entirely up to you. Whatever is visually appealing to you. But I've put together a couple of genes that, not a couple, quite a lot. I don't think I'm going to get through all of them. But what I would do in a clown project if I had the snakes, had the money to do it, and where eventually I go. And thank you for actually asking me to do this video, because I was quite limited on what I was planning on doing with my clown collection. Okay. Right now, I mean, I'm doing one of my projects that I'll be doing next year is the Clown Pod project. And then I've got some other things up my sleeve that I'm working on. But looking at the clown is open, and what's available out there in America has opened up a completely different door and a whole different channel now, a whole different avenue for me, looking at the possibilities of what some of these clowns are actually capable of looking like when you mix certain other incomplete dominant genes with them, as well as recessive genes with them. So first of all, off the bat, a cinnamon Enchi lesser hypo clown. Okay, this is a beautiful snake. Okay, the traits are cinnamon, which is an incomplete dominant, Enchi. Now guys, bear in mind, I'm still relatively new breeder. Now sometimes I get mixed up between mix up incomplete dominant and dominant. Okay, all right. Okay, so you can get a super form. You can get a super form on every single gene. I have done a video on this, whether it's an incomplete dominant or a dominant. You can get the super form of it. Okay, like a spider is a dominant gene. Okay, all right, and you can get a super spider, but they are lethal combinations and generally will die in the egg or a few days after birth. Okay, I have pictures. I know a breeder, not personally, but we are in contact on WhatsApp. He lives overseas. He has produced a super spider. Okay, it lived for a few days and then it died. He's one of the only guys to ever hatch out the super form of a spider. Okay, so going back to dominant and incomplete dominant, I'm going to apologize in advance now if I mix up incomplete dominant and dominant. Okay, so cinnamon Enchi lesser. Okay, those are incomplete dominant genes. Clown and hypo recessive genes. Now this snake that I'm looking at here, that is visual for all of those genes. That was that is a beautiful snake. That stuck out for me. Now these are the lighter ones, okay? I did a combination of looking at the lighter colored snakes and then adding the dark genes like mahogany and all of that into it, okay? So let's go through a list of these. Now hopefully the pictures are popping up. If they're not, I'm sorry. The next one is a killer clown ghost. Okay, now the genes there is a super pastel. These are all visual. Super pastel hypo clown. That I thought was an incredible snake. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Okay. There were a couple of examples of that gene. Okay. Then we went on to something which I kind of looked at and I thought, you can either love it or hate it or undecided on it. I'm undecided on it, okay? It's a hypo stranger clown, okay? So it's got the stranger gene, hypo stranger, which is dominant, and then Harpo and Clown, which are both recessive genes. Hopefully there's a picture. If there isn't, I'm sorry. Just remember the names, and if you want to, just go jump onto Morph Market and go and have a look and type in the names, go and look at these snakes yourself, and you can see what they look like. These are the ones that stuck out for me. These are the ones. This one here, I don't know if I would breed, but I think there are people that would look at the snake and go, damn, I want that snake. Okay. All right. Pastel Clown Pod. Yes. Okay. Absolutely, because I am working on the Clown Pod project. Okay. This is a picture of a pastel clown pod. So it's obviously got the pastel in it, and then clown and recessive piebald recessive. Okay. Enchi Clown Pod. Stunning. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Definitely. Way different patterns there. If the picture's coming up, you can see the difference between a pastel clown and an Enchi Clown Pod. In my opinion, Enchi Clown Pod all day long over the pastel pod clown. Okay. All right. Now. Right now, this one, it sounds great, but it actually doesn't look that great, to be honest. Orange Dream Pastel Pod Clown. Visual. All right. A lot of these are going to be clowns with the lots of genes that I'm looking at here. Clown with pod in it. And then we'll go on to other genes that don't have pod in it. So Orange Dream Pastel Pod Clown. Yes, I'd work with it. Do I think it's the best looking snake, the combination with clown that I've seen? No, I don't. Clown Pod Spider. No. I took this one as an example of what I wouldn't breed. Okay, all right. Not because it's got spider in it and the whole neurological defects, head wobble, stargazing, corking, corkscrewing, whatever you want to call it. I know that spider have got a bad rap because of that, but I promise you there are other snakes out there that have got the same serious, you know, it's one, I don't know what the statistics are, okay, but it's actually not that bad, you know, but spider just gets a bad rap, okay. It's actually a stunning gene when you add it into something like Desert Ghost and Exantic and whatnot, and Banana. Okay, I don't want to knock the spider gene, but when you put spider and clown and pod together, you pretty much get an all-white snake with an orange head. Okay, that's not visually appealing to me. I don't like that. Okay, right, albino clown pod. Now I had a look at that and I was like, yes, absolutely, definitely, I would buy or breed an albino clown pod. Okay, a lot of pod, yeah, guys. I'm a pod fanatic. Pod, Desert Ghost, Clown. Those are the genes that I work with. Those are and a combination. I'm adding my top recessive genes that I'm working with are Clown, Pod, and Desert Ghost, and Lavender Albino. I've obviously got Harpo as well. I've got a lot of recessive genes, okay? But if we're talking about the three core ingredients of my future breeding projects are Clown, Desert Ghost number 1, okay? Pod and Clown, in that order, okay? Pod is stunning, and I'm going to throw all three, I'm going to see, I don't know, okay? Clown Pod, stunning, beautiful snake, yes, okay. Another pastel clown pod, no, don't like it. Some people will like it, some won't. Smudgy patterns, looks very muddy. It may be appealing to some and not appealing to others. Okay, now here's a different example of a clown pod. This is a very low white clown pod, but the pattern on this, I'm hoping that I've edited this correctly and the pictures are coming up. Okay, but to describe this snake, it just looks, yeah, it's like, I didn't expect to see a clown pod like this. It's almost a completely clown looking snake with a ringer on it, like a champagne, almost, right at the end of the tail, just one white band right at the end, but it's a pod and it's got the clown pattern in it. All right, so, right. Now we're moving away from Pied, okay? Now we're looking at a black pastel Enchi clown. Yes, love it. I actually looked at it and I thought there was blade inside there, but you know, I'm still a new breeder, so forgive the mistake, but stunning. I love the look of that snake. Black pastel Enchi clown, beautiful. Darker snake, okay. Black pewter clown, okay. Now, that is a pastel clown, black pastel. Okay, pewter is black pastel, pastel. And then obviously with a visual recessive in the clown. That is a snake that could be a yes or a no for somebody. For me, I look at that and it's a yes. I would love to work with a snake like that, okay? Bamboo black pastel clown. Yes, all day long. Love it. I think it's great. I love the look of it. Very unique. I do think that's what I say. It's all about your preference on what you're looking for in the patterns of a snake. You either like light snakes or dark snakes, or you like dark snake, bright snakes, or dull. Lots of busy patterns on them, or simpler patterns, you know. I'm going to say something that is probably going to shock everyone. I don't particularly like the look of a monsoon. I know that it's one of the hottest snakes out there, and a sunset. I look at those snakes and I'm like, you know, but they're worth a fortune. But now I take a monsoon Pied, a monsoon desert ghost, visual. I'm still waiting to see that. I'm pretty sure they're there, but they're not in here because I'm looking at clown. Mahogany fire leopard clown. Absolutely yes. It looks like a great snake. I would work with it. These are your darker genes now. Okay, this is a lighter one. Pastel butter mahogany clown. I love the look of this snake. I think it's great. A lot of yellows, some tans, that yellow blushings. I really, really hope the pictures are coming up. So pastel mahogany butter, which are your incomplete dominant genes and dominant genes, and then your recessive visual for clown. I think it's a stunning looking snake. Okay, and then an absolute fucking hell yes desert ghost clown. Okay, the only one on Morph Market America for sale. one visual desert ghost clown, and it's a male. All right, it's just, and that the thing about a desert ghost, a visual desert ghost, they only get better with age. It's not like the other genes. It's like an enhancer gene or the enhancer gene. As it gets older, every shed, it just gets better. As like the other snakes, as they shed, they get duller and duller and duller. Not desert ghost. That boy there is a hatchling, and I would love to see what that desert ghost clown looks like when he is an adult. Okay. Right, a lavender clown, lavender albino clown. Yes, it looks okay. Alright, to me it actually just looks like a normal lavender albino. Okay, but that's just to me. Right, now we've got the Grail. That is Grail. Grail is a lavender albino clown. You get the Grail and then you get the Holy Grail. Okay, right, Grail is a visual lavender albino clown, and the Holy Grail is a lavender albino clown Pied. Okay, there's another one here, pastel lavender clown. I wonder if it's coming up. Maybe. Okay, this snake, yes, spot nose fire clown. All right, spot nose fire, very, very easy genes to work with. Clown in that, I think it just takes that snake to a different level. I love it. And here's one that stuck out for me. I hope it really comes up here. A Superfly spot nose yellow belly clown. So that's a super pastel clown spot nose yellow belly fire. That snake, stunning. I would love to have one of those in my collection. I would love to produce one. So definitely, you know, looking at all these snakes when I was going through them, absolutely would definitely, oh shit, and this one as well. Okay, this one stood out for me. Unbelievable. Alright. Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Spot Nose, Enchi, Lace, Clown. Okay. That is a mouthful. Alright. I can't obviously give a shout out or to the names of the people that produced it for copyright, whatever infringement on YouTube. I don't want to do that. But what I can do is show a picture of the snake. Alright. But with no names mentioned. I'm hoping the picture. That is one of the most beautiful snakes I have ever seen in my life. An Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Spot Nose, Enchi, Lace, Clown. Has to be one of the top 5 most beautiful snakes I've ever seen. Okay. Enchi Batman, nice snake, depends on what, very low on the pattern. Okay. Leopard Spot Nose Enchi Clown. A Batman is a Leopard Spot Nose Clown, and then you got the Enchi in there. Right, this is another one that stood out for me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful snake. Spot Nose Enchi Blade Firefly Clown. So that's a Blade Pastel Enchi Clown Spot Nose Fire. Once again, I hope the pictures are showing it. That snake would definitely be on my bucket list for sure. Okay. Right, moving it around now to Axanthic. Pastel VPI Axanthic Clown. Yes. Axanthic Clown on its own? No. Axanthics tend to brown out. Okay. If I was to go clown into the, well, not if I was to, I am going into it. Pastel and Fire and Enchi into that combination. Now this is a Pastel VPR visual clown. Okay, so the pastel will keep those blacks and grays black and gray. Fire will do an even better job. Pastel Fire, Firefly. So Firefly Axanthic Clown would be off the charts. Okay. Alright, and there's another here, maybe it's showing an Axanthic VPR Clown. You can just clearly see the difference. All day long the pastel would go around. Super Pastel VPR Axanthic Clown. Now, I did say I like the pastel because it keeps the grays grayer, blacks blacker. But now when you add the Super Pastel in, you take away literally all of that color. It literally makes it a creamy looking snake. It almost looks like a vanilla butter, so to speak. Okay, you kind of lose the whole Axanthic vibe, the black and gray Axanthic, by the pastel going from pastel to super pastel. So no, I don't think I'd work with that snake. Okay, all right. Yes, definitely on this one. Blackhead Enchi Clown. Okay. If you like dark snake, strong pattern, strong dorsal, thick, strong dorsal down the side with those blades that are coming down the side, that there's the Enchi markings, and then those dots. Please excuse the way I'm describing this animal. I know that the other breeders out there that have been doing this for 10 years have got a way better, they can, they're way more eloquent when it comes to describing blushes and patterns and alien heads and so on and so forth. So I'm just going according to my limited knowledge here. Okay, all right. So that's it. That's what I narrowed it down to. Those are the ones that I looked at that stuck out for me the most, and those are the ones that I would like to work with, thrown within about 4 or 5 there that I said that I wouldn't like, and I just used them as an example. Okay, I love pattern in a snake. Okay, for example, even though I love the pied gene, one of the things about the pied gene, what makes pied special, okay, you get a high white, a medium white, and a low white, which you all know. A high white, the bulk of the snake will be white. A low white pied, the bulk of the snake will have color and saddles. And a medium white will be kind of an even spread of the saddles and the white, okay? The combination of the white and the saddles is what makes pied, okay? If I want a snake that's all white, then I'm going to go for an ivory or a blue-eyed leucistic or a phantom or something, whatever, okay? If I want a snake that's full of pattern, then I'm going to go for clown and things like that, okay? So when I'm going for a pied, I want the best of both worlds. Okay, so I want an even distribution of white and I want an even distribution of the saddles. Now the combination of the saddles, those visual colors are what's going to stick out, or what's going to be appealing for me, like the clown pod, the orange dream, yellow belly, spot nose, Enchi, lace, imagine that in pod. Okay, so I mean, if I just scroll back to look for that snake again, the orange dream, yellow belly, spot nose, Enchi, lace, clown. Now picture that in pod, having a double recessive. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be a 7 gene snake with 2 visual recessives. That would probably be a world's first, in my opinion. So far, I reckon out of the snakes that I've listed off on there, that's my number 1 clown. That's my number 1 clown. Of course, the Desert Ghost clown. Shit, everybody loves Desert Ghost, but I mean, it's just 2 genes. It's a visual Desert Ghost clown. Imagine adding, it's already been done, a Desert Ghost clown Exantic, which Justin Kabalka produced. Imagine doing that in pod as well. I'm all things pod. Okay, so yeah, definitely that's the way to go. So for the guys out there that are wanting to know what I think of clown, I think there are a lot of genes that work well with clown. I do also think that there are some genes that do not complement clown, one of them being pastel. Okay, however, okay, I have got pastel, visual pastel clowns, but I'm working with, I've got a female visual pastel clown. I don't like the look of her, she's very muddy, but the aim is I'm breeding her to a fire blade clown male. Now that fire mixed with the pastel and the blade and the clown together is going to produce a completely different looking snake. It's going to clean up, the fire is going to clean up, and the blade is going to clean up that muddiness from the pastel. Okay, so, well, at least I'm hoping. Okay, I don't have a crystal ball, so when I've produced it, and if I do produce it, it'll be next year. Okay, the female is over there, and the boy is over there. Now, if you guys have a look at my racking system, I can put this away for now. We're done with that. It's Friday today, so what does that mean at North Coast Constrictors? I don't know if you can see my racks. We've got pink tags and green tags, and that means if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that it's pairing weekend. I pair up on a Friday, pair up on weekends so that I can monitor the snakes and look for visual locks. If a male has been put into the tub with a female, it gets a pink tag. Once I've seen a visual lock, I put a green tag on it. These guys have locked up, and I only introduced the males this morning. Down here, I've got a male in here, hasn't locked up yet. I'm actually battling with this male. It's a visual Exantic pod, and I'm pairing them up to these 2 snakes here. These 2 females are 100% het Exantic, 100% het pods. They are huge. They're about 3,200 to 3,500 grams. He's about 780 grams. I've been trying to get them to lock for 2 months. I have not had a visual lock. He is going with a 3rd female, which is a pastel Exantic female, and they have had a lock. So he has got it in him to lock. But obviously, him being a visual Exantic pod, I want him to lock up with 100% het pod, 100% het Exantic, and produce hopefully more visual Exantic pods. But, you know, holding thumbs, crossing fingers, they lock up. I think the females might be a bit big for him. I have a suspicion that this is not going to be his year. I think he's too small. I think he needs to be 1,000 grams or over, between 1,000 and 1,200 grams, to be dominant enough to pair up with those 3,500 gram females. but that's just my opinion. And it's not always the norm, because down here in this bottom tub, I've got a 3,000 gram normal paired up to a first year breeder that weighs about 800 grams, and he locked that female in half an hour. It's all whether or not the female wants to allow the male to lock up or not. Now, I also have some snakes, some males. It's not all just about the female giving consent and giving permission, okay? I have got some male breeders in my collection that it does not matter what you put. You can have the most stubborn female. If you put that male in with that female, he will lock her. I'm talking about my Visual Desert Ghost proven breeder. Just a single gene, 5-year-old Desert Ghost proven breeder. Right now, he's in a tub down there which is out of camera shot, and he is currently locked to one of my Pastel Bamboo 100% Het Desert Ghost females. Okay, that is my flagship project this year. I'm aiming to produce visual Pastel Bamboo Desert Ghosts. In the tub next to her, I have her sister, which is the identical genes Pastel Bamboo 100% Het Desert Ghost. He has locked to that snake as well, twice, but she's only sitting at 1,350 grams, okay? I paired them together because it triggers off a natural feeding instinct, and then she started to eat food. She was actually down to 1,100 grams. She started eating again, and she started putting on weight, and then she went off food again. The other one didn't go off food. The other one was smashing, carrying on. I would love to be able to have those two projects going together, double my odds, okay? When I put him into that tub, I actually, for a second, I was standing in the snake room doing whatever I was doing, cleaning, changing water bowls, cleaning tubs, checking temperatures. I heard like a full-on fight, like Armageddon inside that tub, okay? I'm talking about the smaller, when I put the male Desert Ghost in with that smaller female Pastel Bamboo 100% Het Desert Ghost. There was bucking, and I actually pulled the tub open to see what the hell was going on, thinking that there were two males inside me. Very similar situation to what I had when I put my Dumerals together. I did a video on that as well, if you scroll back. Armageddon, just chaos. Water bowls overturned, everything was wet. She didn't want to know. She was fighting him every inch of the way, okay? Closed the drawer, left it. 3 hours later, I came back in and he had locked her. That boy is incredible, okay? But anyway, I'm not even want to open the tub because I don't want to disturb. He's locked up, he's tight inside there. But another great project over here, Yellow Belly Enchi Pod project that's going on over there. That male is locked up beautifully. This project here, the male that's inside here, this is a world's first. This is an Exantic Super Phantom GHR. Which is the only one of its kind in the world, and he is currently right now locked up as tight as they can get to a GHR 100% Het Exantic. So don't know what we're going to get out of that clutch. We're going to wait and see. Okay, and we've got some clown projects going on there. I've got a Fireblade clown project working on there. I've got a banana clown project working on that one. And then I've got a yeah, that's it. And then this one here, I've got a clown 100% het pod male in with a female that I think is a normal 100% het pod. Okay, she's got pod markers on her. I bought her as a normal. Upon closer inspection, and then also through second and some third opinions, there's a possibility that she could be hit for pod. And hey, what better way to try and prove it out? I've thrown a visual clown 100% het pod in there. Worst case scenario, I get 100% het clowns. Okay, because if she's just a normal, well, I just get 100% het clowns. But if she's pod and I prove out some pod there, I'll get pod 100% hit clowns. Lekker. Okay. Guys, I think that's about a wrap for me on a Friday afternoon. We are getting close now to where I kind of dropped my temperatures. I also want to do a quick little run through of my racks and my normal temperature checks and see what's going on, and let's try and start editing this video. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Luke, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit me up on WhatsApp, whatever, if there's any other questions you want to ask me. All those pictures that I've got, if they didn't come up on this video, I've got them all saved on my laptop. I can just simply send them to you and you can have a look at them for yourself, or just jump onto Morph Market and click on the USA section. Just click and go onto the clowns section and just scroll through clowns. Dude, there are thousands, okay? So be prepared to spend a lot of time on there. Everybody else, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's much appreciated. Take it easy.